What's up, guys, and welcome to today's video. This video is going to be a little bit of a talking video, just discussing the topic of YouTube and reselling, or YouTube and any other career path that people carry simultaneously. The reason for this video is a couple days ago I uploaded this video where I compared YouTubers that are also resellers, and in the comments during the live premiere I had people bringing up the topic that people that make YouTube videos or that are YouTubers are not actually resellers, which I can kind of see from that perspective, that point of view. However, I want to talk about both sides of it, since I've done solely reselling for a period of time, and then I've done the YouTube with reselling hybrid kind of thing. And so I just want to discuss the topic. This is not meant to tear down anyone's opinion or their perspective, or to build up anyone's opinion or perspective. It's just to give my opinion for what little it's worth. The comment came about that, you know, people that make YouTube videos, that are YouTubers, that have huge followings, are not actually full-time resellers. I understand how that could be understood to be that way, because they're not putting in the 40 hours a week, or, you know, the reselling doesn't make as much as their YouTube. However, allow me to reframe that in a different perspective. So for a period of time, after I got out of the United States Navy, I got a job at a shipyard where I was a structural inspector on submarines, and it was a decent gig. I would go around submarines that were under construction in Newport News, Virginia. I would take out my ruler, or I would take out my plumb bob, or I would take out my tape measure, and I would measure things against schematics, what the drawings were for that submarine, and calculate it against tolerances. I would check welds, I would check tacking, I would check some really critical functions of the submarine. And in doing that, that was my full-time job. I worked 40 hours a week. I worked 7 o'clock a.m. through 3:30 p.m. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. It was my full-time gig. I had health insurance. It was cool. However, during that job, I kicked off my photography career, and it quickly became a full-time thing. We were doing bridal shows occasionally on Sunday and weddings occasionally on Sundays. I would come home after work at the shipyard after I got off at 3:30, and I would work 6 or 7 hours into the night, editing photos, creating albums, ordering prints, reaching out, doing the accounting side of things. And quickly the income from the photography job began to eclipse my shipyard income, to the point where eventually I quit the shipyard and just went full force into the photography. Now, in saying that, the shipyard did not become not a full-time career just because I had another thing that was full-time or making more money than the full-time thing. And oftentimes you'll find this as an entrepreneur. There are many cases out there where the side hustle begins to make more money than the actual full-time work. One example is my friend Austin. He worked at a normal job, 9 to 5, and started reselling. Now, he watched my videos, he reached out to me in the DMs on my Instagram, started chatting, and now today, the guy is full-time reselling. He quit his job about a year and a half ago after the reselling started making more money than his full-time job. He did that for a little while to make sure it was sustainable. He built up his side hustle, and then he transitioned out. At this current time, he sells way more than me. He makes way more than me when it comes to reselling. Now, whenever you look at the reselling and affiliate marketing and YouTube and Udemy course and all these things, you know, that number is probably a little bit closer together. But when it comes to reselling, he makes a little bit more, and that's okay. In fact, I would rather the people that watch my videos make a lot more than me. I would rather that they watch my videos and I get a couple pennies off of AdSense from each view. I would rather that be the case and collect money from YouTube and a little bit from reselling, but the value from my videos push those people or encourage or show the way for those people to make way more money. If I'm making $5,000 a month from reselling, I would rather you make $20,000 from reselling by watching my videos. That means that the content that I'm putting out is working. Now, this is also worth consideration. YouTube is a content-based platform where you have to have content to put out. Content can range from interest-based all the way to information-based. One side, interest-based, generally those topics tend to go super viral. That could be video games, that could be pranks or jokes or vlog style videos. Interest-based. Then you have information-based. This is an information-based video where it's not going to get tons of views, but it will be worth it monetarily because it will it'll pull more money from AdSense. while giving, hopefully, massive value. The problem with information-based videos is you have to have some sort of topic to speak on. And so for me, the chosen topic is reselling or business in general, home-based business, entrepreneurship, sole proprietorship, whatever you want to call it. That is the topic. If I didn't have this topic and I didn't show the things that I'm doing, well, then I would have no YouTube channel. So you have to have some sort of topic to talk about. That's where, for a lot of resellers, they resell and they show the things they're selling. They show vlog footage of them going out and getting the stuff. They're actually doing the work. Now, they are doing it full time because they have to do that to make a living, but also they're able to use that footage to put out. For me to make an information-based video, for instance, I did this video on how to raise your eBay seller limits. For me to do that, I have to take physical time out of my day away from the actual reselling in order to make this information-based video. It's super important that that video ranks and that video gets the views that it needs in order to monetarily compensate me through AdSense, through YouTube AdSense. Whereas someone who goes out and vlogs while they go thrifting, they can thrift and make a YouTube video at the same time. That video might go viral, it might get more views, but it might be worth less in terms of AdSense. So there's a huge balance here. For people that truly love YouTube, like myself, they have to have a topic to speak on. And so when someone says I'm a reseller and a YouTuber, I don't call myself a YouTuber because I'm not like huge in terms of views or subscribers. However, I like making YouTube videos. But for someone that is trying to toe the line on two different things like this, we have to figure out how to make it work. It doesn't mean I'm not a reseller. I have 500 pieces of inventory right now in my office here, right behind the camera. And I'm absolutely a reseller. Like, we put tons of time, tons of energy, tons of hours into listing and shipping and processing all these things. It doesn't mean you're not a reseller. You can be a YouTuber doing that at the same time. One of the comments in my previous video that I feel like does warrant some exposure is someone mentioned that the huge YouTubers that are making money reselling also leave out one key factor, and that is volume. It is absolutely the case. So if you're looking at someone that is claiming to do 6 figures per year, it is absolutely possible for them to be doing that. However, the volume that they are pushing out in terms of items for sale, items that they have sold, and dollar amount, the volume is incredible. You're not going to get to a full-time high 5-figure or 6-figure income, even in terms of revenue, by just picking on the weekends. It's not going to happen. The volume is where it is at. Just to reference my friend Austin again, he sources 3 to 4 times a week. He's got a team of 4 people. They constantly source, they're constantly listing. These people work late into the night, midnight, 1 a.m. at times, and they're up at it the next day. They are relentless 7 days a week. That is what it takes. That is what it takes if you're going to be a full-time reseller, solely reselling, meaning that like you're not collecting money from YouTube AdSense, you're not collecting money from affiliate marketing or courses or info products that you put out. If your whole existence is around reselling on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and so forth, volume is the key. That means like truckloads of volume. Whenever I was reselling books on Amazon, it was going great by picking at the stores, but it wasn't until I bought the Gaylords or the pallets of books from Goodwill that things really took off. Like, that volume was the kick in the seat that I needed to really move the business forward. Quality and volume are absolutely the key. In everything you do, it's quality and volume. So for me, quality and volume in YouTube videos, like if I made more consistent videos with the same amount of quality or better than I do now, we would see a spike. Like, the business of YouTube for me would move forward. Quality and volume of shoes. I could go much further if I didn't have YouTube and affiliates and Udemy course and these sort of things to help me along. But the quality and the volume is key. Now, are other people, bigger YouTubers that are making videos and reselling at the same time, are they pushing out the same amount of volume reselling as, say, a person that is a full-time, meaning like high 5 figures, low 6 figures per year revenue, pushing out the same amount of volume as that person? Probably not, because they're having to split their time and invest it into YouTube or video work or that sort of thing, and it just takes time. That doesn't diminish the fact that they are resellers. Now, one thing that I get a great amount of gratitude from Like, I'm so grateful to be able to help people, the people that I am able to help. I'm so grateful because I can figure something out, make a video about it, and share it with other resellers who might be, you know, 1 step behind where I'm currently at, or 10 steps behind where I'm currently at, or just starting, or just thinking about starting. But I can help give them the push and guide them down the road that I've already been on. And it's free, right? It's on here, it's free, and it's helpful. It's creating impact in the world. That's huge. If I and other resellers that make YouTube videos did not make videos, so many people would be left in the dust. We're literally helping to balance out the reselling world to give everyone a fair shot. And so for that purpose, I would just say, don't diminish the fact that someone resells and makes YouTube videos. The full-time thing is relative. Like, whatever you make the most money at doesn't necessarily mean full-time. I was a full-time submarine inspector, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, but I was also making more money doing photography at that time. So like, that didn't diminish the fact that I was a full-time inspector. I was just full-time at 2 things. I hope that kind of brings some awareness, because I know of a lot of resellers that catch flack for not being full-time reseller because they make YouTube videos and they have a great huge audience that's supportive, and like they collect awesome income from YouTube ad revenue. So that's today's topic. Take it for what it's worth. I hope you enjoy that. You know, this video will probably get some dislikes, just like the previous video got a ton of dislikes. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this content, you know, be sure to leave a like on it, and then consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. And of course, I'll see you on the next video.